Morning. It's Friday, the 31st. I'm only vlogging because I need to tell you about my night. Maybe somebody out there can give me some insight. My sleep is so horrific already, and then there's these nights like last night. Last night was one of the worst I've experienced in a while. I don't know what happens. I go to sleep, lights out at 10, a little bit before midnight. I'm startled awake. I'm literally covered in sweat, burning up, heart pounding and racing for no reason. Nothing's happened. I wasn't having a bad nightmare. Nothing. By 2 o'clock, no, by 1 o'clock, I have not calmed down. I cannot calm down. I cannot get my heart to slow down. I'm breathing. I'm praying. I'm trying to just go back to sleep, and I can't. I take some melatonin. By 2 o'clock, I was still awake. Sometime after 2, I dozed, and then I dozed off and on the rest of the night. But then when I was dreaming, in my dreams, I was very sick with this problem. And I had this dream that I called 911. I finally called 911, and I was dreaming that they came and got me, and what could they do for me? And it was horrifying, because I literally want to roll over and tell my husband, get me to the hospital, but what are they going to do? What's going on? What's causing this? This waking with this horrific feeling that I can't explain it. It's so terrifying. I don't know if it's my diet, if it's sometimes when I eat certain things. I ate a lot of gluten yesterday, being crackers. I ate a lot of crackers, yes, with cheese and other things, but I ate a lot of crackers, and I don't eat a lot of gluten. Can I blame it on that? What about when it happens and I haven't eaten something different? I don't understand, and then it leaves me in the morning feeling like I just can't go on. I know I will, but I feel like no way can I go on. I can't do this. God Almighty, please put this misery to rest. I told my husband this morning, I hate that I beg for death. I hate it. It's not right. You should be begging to die. That's what I'm doing. I had a very full day yesterday. My oldest grandson and my granddaughter came over. I had not seen either of them in well over a month, because they'd been up at their family's camp. So I took both of them yesterday. And I stayed busy. I did a ton of things with them. We did a scavenger hunt. We did an obstacle course I put up. Swam in the pool. We painted. I just stayed busy with them the whole day. And then, took them with me to my mother's after dinner to visit her, and then I took them home by like 7 o'clock last night. I'm grateful that I had that time with them, that I was able to do that. But then I have a night like that. It's like, are you kidding me? and nothing makes it calm down. It's like I can't calm down, and I want to pop more pills because it's probably the only thing that would calm me down, but I don't. What causes me to wake up covered in sweat, my body on fire, and my heart racing and pounding out of my chest like a train is coming down on me? What is that? Why does it happen at night? Why does it happen like only an hour after I've been asleep? Why? Why? Can somebody please tell me why? What is wrong in my brain? I'm tired. I'm almost afraid to get in bed now. The one place you feel like you're going to get a reprieve from all this horse crap. All day long, you're, like I've told you before, I've got the bat in my hand and I'm just battling all day long. And so at night you think, finally, I'm going to get a little rest from it. Just a little. And then you don't. You're battling all night long, trying your best not to wake your husband. You're laying there in such distress. If he had any idea when I told him this morning what my night was like, I was like, it was horrifying all night long. And then when I would sleep, I'd have these nightmarish dreams of me being sick and that I couldn't get better. I got PTSD. Without a doubt, I have PTSD. It's all overwhelming and it's taking over every minute of my life now. And yet I keep pushing, I keep going and doing, because that's what I do. I don't want my grandkids to not know me. I want them to have good memories of me. So I just came on to tell you about my night last night. It was just, and I'm so still jacked up this morning. So I'll go try to take a walk and I don't know. I don't know how this is going to end. I don't know how this is going to ever end. Hi. Forgive the look. Not that I ever look any better, but just got back from my walk. I never came back on yesterday. This is probably going to be a little bits of days because I have nothing else to add. Let's see. Yesterday, I didn't do anything yesterday. Nope. I walked and I did a little cleaning, and that was it. Probably was because I was so wiped out from the night before, but guess what? It happened again. I got to 2:45 in the morning this time and woke up with all those symptoms. Covered in sweat, burning skin, tingling, heart pounding, like so you can hear it in your ears. Just horror. You feel like you're, and I laid there awake until, I don't know, past 4. I dozed off for a very short amount of time. I know that I did because I had a dream and woke up from the dream feeling the same way again. It's 2 nights in a row. I've had some really horrific nights. I just got my prescription refilled for the compounded LDN, and I don't know what they use for fillers. Maybe they changed the fillers in it, or maybe it's my imagination. I just feel like my nights are getting worse. Nights and mornings are just getting worse. Very bad. So I have an appointment with my integrative doctor, nurse practitioner, on Wednesday. She even offered to come to the house, and I said, no, I can get to your office. Because office visit was much cheaper than a home visit, but I told her I want to apply. I want her to start whatever paperwork, whatever she has to do to get the medical marijuana card, because she said I'm absolutely eligible. Because I told her, I'm not. My sleep is just basically nil. I'm not getting any sleep. I'm not getting restorative sleep, and at my age, that could kill me. And that's not a joke. That could kill you if you don't get sleep, especially at my age. Heart disease is a number one due to lack of sleep and rest and stress. My body feels like it's under stress constantly. So I told her that. I told her that the LDN, I think, is not going to do any more than it's done. And now that the fact that my neck is starting to hurt again and that I've got a lymph node swelling up again, I will continue taking the LDN until I go see her. If I have another couple nights of like last night and the night before, I'm going to stop the LDN because I'm going to have to blame it on the LDN. Because the LDN is notorious for making you have horrible sleep. Notorious. Although they tell you to take it at bedtime, because that's when your endorphins peak between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. My head is whacked. So, another quiet day. Probably will go sit out in the sun, because this is the end of the summer. Don't have many more days that I can actually gather up the sun, get my vitamin D. I am planning on going to church tonight. One of the friends who had come over, one of my old school friends, would come over Monday and then came back over on Tuesday with her granddaughter. I led her to the Lord, oh my gosh, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago. And she used to go to church with me. And then, like I said, we kind of went our separate ways for whatever reasons. And I don't know. But since we saw each other, I invited her back out to church. And she called me last night to share a testimony of a friend of hers, which I'll share with you guys because it's pretty cool. But she's planning on coming to church with me tonight. So we'll see. Yeah, she's friends with this person on Facebook who used to live here and moved away, but she stayed friends with her. And this woman, I'm sorry, something's going on in my throat. I'm talking very low. I got a lot of raspiness. It doesn't hurt. Probably postnasal drip. It's coming fall, and I get allergies at this time of year. Anyway, so this woman, I guess she drives for Uber now. She said she used to be an EMS. I think she used to be an EMS. Anyways, she drives for Uber. And she shared this testimony that she picked up this gentleman yesterday. And she was listening to Joel Osteen on the radio. Just a FYI, I don't care for Joel Osteen. I think he's trying to think of the right wording here. I don't care for Joel Osteen. No, anyway, prosperity. He's a prosperity teacher, and I don't agree with that kind of teaching. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just telling you my personal. She was listening to Joel Osteen on her radio. Picks up this gentleman, and he was talking about divine interventions. Divine meeting. I don't remember. Anyways, the gentleman gets in the car, and he asks to be dropped off at, I forgot what state she lives in, but some big to do bridge that people must walk on and tourist on. And so she doesn't think anything about that. He's going to the bridge. And so she's driving him toward the bridge. And he's listening to whatever Joel Osteen is saying. And all of a sudden starts breaking down in the back seat crying. Lo and behold, he shares with the driver, this woman, that his wife had committed suicide several weeks prior to this. And he was on his way to the bridge to do the same. And he asked her to turn around and bring him to, I forgot, a psych ward. He knew that he needed to go get professional help. And she was glorifying God, that God saved that man's life by letting him hear this message on the radio. So yes, he was used. Joel Osteen was used. I'm not saying that he's not a man of God. I'm not saying anything. I personally don't care for him, but what a remarkable thing if this story is true. Because I said to my girlfriend who's coming to church with me tonight, I go, you actually know this person, right? Because it kind of sounds made up. But she said, no, I know her. And I'm like, well, then if it's a true story, wow, glory to God, because he could have been, literally minutes from taking his life. And it turned right around. So that was pretty cool. But she's going to come to church with me tonight, my friend. I think we're planning on it. Like I said, laying in bed, having this covered in sweat, skin is on fire, tingling, your head is bap, bap, bap. It's like firing. Does that make sense? My brain is firing. And see, I take magnesium, which is a calming. It's supposed to be very calming and good for your heart. And you know what magnesium, if you don't know what magnesium does for you, believe me, that's the first thing they're going to give you in an ER if you're having a heart attack, is they're going to hook you up to magnesium or AFib. I take 400 milligrams of magnesium at 8 o'clock p.m. I like to just, not take everything all at once because of my gut. Then at 9, I take the LDN because they tell you anytime after 9 p.m. So I take it at 9. And then at 10, when I'm turning lights out, I take my 1/4 of a milligram, 0.25, of Klonopin. And then, like the night before, it was what? An hour and a half later, 2 hours, I'm flipping out. My body's like freaking. And then last night, I take the other 0.25 at 7 a.m. And I don't have that occurrence anytime during the day. Do I get some anxiety occasionally? Yeah, I do. I get that underlying wired feeling, but I don't get this flash of sweat and tingling and burning and pounding heart and all these other things. That never happens during the day. So what is it about the nights and mornings that my body is reacting to what somebody, my friend, said, she thinks it's the Bartonella. And Bill, was it you who said the Babesia? I was taking wormwood for Babesia, but I stopped it because I didn't really believe I have Babesia. I don't have the typical. I've read that one of the real hallmarks for Babesia is high fevers and stiff joints and stuff like that. I don't get that. Bartonella, I get a lot of Bartonella symptoms. Anyway, when I had emailed the nurse practitioner, my integrative nurse practitioner, she's the one who gave me the LDN. I had said the LDN is pretty much, I think, hit its stride, and I'd like to try medical marijuana. I'd like to vape it. I don't want oil. I want to smoke it. I want it in my body fast. And all she said was, absolutely. I've got several different things we can try that will help you with your sleep. She sounded very confident. And that's when she said, would you like me to do a home visit, or would you like to make an appointment to come in? And I said, I'll come in. So we'll see. I don't know how long it takes to get the card. My friend, Julie, God bless Julie. We talk every single day, 80 times a day. And we both have said to each other, I don't know what I'd do without you. You're like my lifeline. God and you. Because a lot of stuff I talk to her about, I can't talk to my husband about. And I wouldn't want to. But anyways, Julie was saying that, you better find out where a dispensary is, because there might not be one anywhere close. So immediately I was like, oh, crap. I didn't even think about that, because I don't know where they are. They don't advertise them. Lo and behold, it's like 20 minutes from my home. It's closer than going to see my mom. So that's a thumbs up. What else can I tell you, people? I stopped the oil of oregano and the olive leaf. By the way, Michelle, Florida Michelle, I get the oil of oregano, and I'm not going to get up to show you. Maybe I'll do it next time. They're already in capsules, so I don't get any burning or anything. It's pure oil of oregano, but it's all in a vegetarian capsule made. My husband had to order online somewhere. And it's a natural antibiotic, as you already know. And so I think that with the oregano, olive leaf is what has helped my gut the most. But you're also not supposed to take it forever. So I realized I probably had taken it for a good month or more now. So yesterday I said, okay, I'm gonna stop tomorrow and take a couple weeks off from it. So today's my first day of no oil, oregano, or olive leaf. I've got all these other supplements that I've kind of like just go by the wayside, for wormwood being one of them. I ran out of my B vitamins. I've got to get more of my B vitamins, the methylated? Yes, B vitamins. I'm not doing anything to detox other than I am walking outside every day, and I do sweat. Oh, do I sweat. Not as much as I would in my sauna, but as I said before, I can't get in the sauna when it's hot outside. I have to wait till the weather cools down. So other than lemon water and walking, and the very rare Epsom salt bath, I'm not doing any other detoxes. Right now I'm so concentrated on my sleep and just alleviating some of my symptoms. I just want to function. My sister and brother-in-law will be here in 13 days, but they are not staying with me. Conversation. This is going to be a long vlog, by the way. Better pull up a chair and put your feet up and grab a smoke. She called me yesterday to check on my mother. I don't know if I already told you all this. I hope I'm not repeating myself, because woo, I'm going to get a little dementia here. Anyways, in the conversation, in regards to them coming, she said, I know it was difficult when I came up alone. And the last time I came up with her husband, we got a hotel, which was a year ago. Last year, for my mother's birthday last year, they got a hotel because they came up together, and I said, no, I can't have you both here. So she said, so how are you going to do it this time? And I said, I'm just going to push through. I'm just going to do it. It will be fine. I'm just going to push through. And she goes, well, if you said to me, Sharon, no, I want you to stay with me because I want you to stay with me, then we would come. But you're saying you're going to push through just to have us stay with you? And I go, well, I don't mean it to be rude. And she goes, no, I know you don't, but I don't want you to push through. And that would make her husband, him very uncomfortable because he'd know that you were uncomfortable. She goes, so we're just going to get a hotel room, hon. And she was being thank God, she was being so understanding and loving. She goes, that way you don't have to worry about breakfast in the morning with us or anything. We'll come in on Friday. We'll do dinner with you and Sid. Then on Saturday after breakfast, we'll go and see Mom and do the whole birthday thing all Saturday. And then Sunday, we're back on the road to go home. It would be an easy, quick visit and no stress on you. I feel so guilty that my mornings are so crappy that I can't have somebody come and spend 2 nights in my home. I could, but again, I would push through. I would have to push through, and mornings are so difficult. And then I like to go up in my bedroom by 8 o'clock. I don't turn the lights off till 10, but by 8 o'clock, I'm on my bed either reading or watching TV. I just need to decompress from anyone around me. So like 8 o'clock, I'm done. Well, normal people don't go to bed at 8 o'clock, and so that would make them uncomfortable. Now, when my sister came up a couple months ago alone, she didn't care because she just went up into her room and got on her laptop and watched a couple movies on her little laptop, and she has a vape pen because of her chronic illnesses, and she was perfectly fine, but her husband won't play that. Anyways, a lot of words for a little message that they're not going to come and stay with me, but they are coming up in another 2 weeks. Anyways, I'm going to sign off before I babble any longer. I think my younger daughter just messaged me that she wants to come over to the pool. So I'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Where was I? About, it boggles my mind that I've been sick this long, and I'm reading back in, January of last year, November, December. I had quite a few migraines in December. I had like 4 in a row, which was unusual. I don't know what was going on with that. But I talk all about, and I started the LDN back in February, the beginning of February. So I've been taking it since February. But I talk a lot about my sleep, the lack of it, and how bad my sleep was, and how I'm waking up and not being able to go back to sleep, and waking up with this horrifying anxiety and the dizziness, the whacked out head. Everything's still the same. I'm going, into another year now. It's all the same. Yes, I'm doing a lot more than I was, but I still feel basically the same. I'm not having as many days that I feel like I'm stroking out or having a seizure. I'm writing in the journal days that I can't do anything. Sorry, I'm on the bed. I just bought this new phone case cover that flips shut. So I hold on to it and then it flips on. That's why the phone's all jiggly, because I keep holding on to the case wrong. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that apparently everything I'm going through is not really new. Nothing's new. I'm just not having the comatose feeling in my head as severe and as, some days I was journaling, it was all day long, that all I did was sit on the couch crying and could do nothing else because I felt like I literally was having a coma or going into a coma, not having a coma, having a seizure. So we'll see what... She's a functional nurse practitioner. The name of her practice is Integrative Practitioners. See what she has to say outside of, yes, we're going to apply for or get the medical marijuana card. And I don't know how this works. I don't know if she's the one who prescribes what mixture I get, or if the pharmacist at the dispensary will do that. I don't know how this works, but we'll see. My friend asked me why I don't just take more Klonopin when I'm waking up in the middle of the night like that. She goes, you got 50 billion of them in there. You've stockpiled enough Klonopin to last you 6 years. Why don't you just take a little bit more Klonopin when you're waking up like that? I have no answer to that. Another friend asked me the same thing yesterday. She's on Klonopin. She goes, when I wake like that, I just pop another Klonopin and I go back to sleep. She goes, why aren't you just taking more? And I'm going, because of the whole thing of how much of this is due to the Klonopin. How much of this sleep disturbance and everything is due to what the Klonopin has done to my brain? I don't know what to do. So I'm off to go to church. And tomorrow's supposed to be cruddy weather-wise, and I thought my younger daughter and her husband were going to come over here for dinner, but I guess they're going to some friend's house for dinner. So that they're not coming over, so maybe I'll do some shopping tomorrow. I don't know what I'll do with myself. Oh, I have to go see my mom. I have to go visit my mom tomorrow. So that's what I'll be doing. So I will tag in tomorrow. Like I said, this is just going to be little increments of days because I don't really have much to say. Although these last 3 vlogs are probably pretty long. Maybe I will go ahead and download this. We'll see. God bless you guys. Good morning. It's the 2nd of September, Sunday. I'm just going to do a quick update and then I'm going to try to unload or upload or download, whatever it is, the last couple days. I got sleep last night. It wasn't perfect sleep. I tossed and turned, but I didn't have any of those horrific wakings in the middle of the night that couldn't let me go back to sleep. But for whatever reason, I had a dream right before I woke up this morning at 6 and woke up with horrendous anxiety again. And it hasn't let down, and it's almost 11 o'clock. The stomach in a knot, the constant sighing, that kind of wonderful feeling. But I went to church last night. It was a wonderful service. My girlfriend who came with me cried throughout most of the service. Because she hadn't been in church in so long, and the message really touched her heart. And she's planning on coming back and with me next week. I guess she's going to attempt to start coming to church with me again. We had communion, which is always so important to me to be able to join in with communion. So my evening was good, but then this morning, not good. Not good. So, just goes to show you can't have anything perfect. Nope. You have a little moment of peace and feeling, somewhat normal, and then this feeling of breathlessness and anxiety, wired. But I'm going to go out for a walk. It's partly cloudy, partly sunny right now, and there's quite a nice breeze. But they said it's supposed to rain today. So we have no plans. Our kids are all doing other things, and I don't know if we'll get together tomorrow because it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. So I just want to pop in and say I got some sleep last night, praise God, but I'm not doing great right now. So I'm going to not vlog for a while. I'm going to go see my mother later today. Lord willing, I'll be back at it another time. God bless, and I am praying for all of you.